This is URK 19CS1093. Exercise 5 File Handling and User Defined Functions. First question. Develop a program to read a text file and do the following: display the number of words, display the number of alphabets, display the number of digits, display the number of spaces. So let's see the program. So here first we are initializing count, total and s as 0, and then we are opening a file called jemmy.txt in read mode. That is, this is the text and these are the data stored in jemmy.txt, and then we are reading the data in f, and we are storing it into the variable called data, and then using split function we are splitting the data in data and then storing into the variable called word, and then using for loop we are taking I in word, then using if condition we are checking whether if I not equal to space then count is incremented by 1, else then we are assigning count minus 1 to w to check the number of spaces present in the text. Then again using for loop we are taking I in word, and then again we are taking a for loop, that is taking j in I, and then using if condition we are checking whether j is an alphabet or not. If that condition is true then we are incrementing total by 1, else we are checking whether j is a digit or not and then incrementing s by 1, and then we are printing the number of words, number of spaces, number of alphabets and number of digits. So let's see the output. So here in the present, the given text, hi Jemima, here how are you, 1 2 3. In that the number of words present is 7, number of spaces is 6, number of alphabets is 21 and number of digits is 23. Second question. Create a program that reads a text file, example abc.txt, and do the following. Read all the 4-letter words and write in another file called for.txt. Read all the vowels and write in another file called vowels.txt. Read all the consonants and write in another file called consonants.txt. So let's see the program. So here we are opening the same file called jemima.txt in read mode, and then again we are opening 3 more files extra, that is for for.txt to store vowels.txt and con1.txt in write mode, and then we are reading the data in the file and then we are storing it into a variable called data and we are printing the data. Then using for loop we are taking I in data dot split, and then using if condition we are checking whether the length of the I is equal to 4. If that condition is true then we are writing I to file 1 and then we are printing a new line, and then again we are going for a for loop. We'll take j in I and we are checking whether j is equal to a or j is equal to e or j equal to I or j equal to o or j equal to u, all the vowels, and then if this condition is true then j has been returned to file 2. Then else if we are checking whether j is an alphabet or not. If that condition is true then we are writing j into file 3. Then we are closing the file, and file 1, file 2, file 3 have been closed, and then we are opening it again and then we are printing file 1, file 2 and file 3. Let's see the output. So here this is the text, hi Jemima, here how are you, 1 2 3. Here is a 4-letter word, and then this is the letters which are vowels and these are consonants. So let's third, create a program to prepare a telephone directory using file operations such as given below. Write 10 contacts, name and phone number in a file contacts.txt. Search a contact by name from the file contacts.txt. So let's see the program. So here we are opening a file called contacts.txt in write mode, and then we are writing the 10 names and their respective numbers to that text, and then we are closing the file. Then again we are opening the file in read mode, and then we are inputting the name from the user, and using for loop we are taking f in file, and using if condition we are checking whether f starts with the name, particular inputted name or not, and if that condition is true then we are printing the f, and then file has been closed. So let's see the output. So here I'm writing the name Cheryl, so the particular number of that person has been shown. Question 4. Create a program to implement symbol calculator for operations using 4 user-defined functions. So here we are creating 4 functions called add, sub, mul and division for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and we are taking a and b as the arguments, and they'll return their respective operations. And then we are taking 2 numbers from the user and one option and the operation which the user wanted from the user, and then we are using if condition, we are checking whether that particular operation is equal to addition. If it is equal, then we are printing the addition with its respective value, else if we are printing subtraction with its respective value, else if we are printing multiplication with its respective value, else we are printing division with its respective value. So let's see the output. So here the numbers are 10 and 5, and the operation is multiplication, so we are getting 50 as the multiplication result. Fifth, create a program to implement the following using 2 user-defined functions: decimal to binary converter, binary to decimal converter. So let's see the program. So here we are creating a function called bin_dec, that is binary to decimal conversion, and we are taking n as the argument, and here we are minusing the length of the number by 1, and then it's stored to a variable called e, and then initializing d as 0. Using for loop, we are taking I in n, and then for converting it to binary to decimal, we are we are multiplying the number into 2 to the power of the length minus 1 of the number, and then we are decrementing e, that is the length length of the number minus 1 by 1, and returning d. And then we are creating another function called decbin, that is decimal to binary function, and here also the same, we are using the same argument, and we are initializing b equal to space, and using while function we are checking whether n is greater than 0. If that condition is true, then we are taking the modulus of that particular number, that is modulus by 2, to get the remainder, and is stored to r, a variable called r, and then we are converting that r to a string, and then is added to a variable, and then we are taking the division of that particular number by 2, and then b has been returned. Then we are printing choices, that is first one is binary to decimal conversion, second one is decimal to binary conversion, and then we are printing the choices 1 or 2, and here we are getting the input from the user whether choice 1 or 2 to a variable called ch, and using if condition we are checking whether if ch is equal to option 1, then user is inputting a number, and then we are getting the particular equivalent decimal of that particular number. Else if that number if the choice is equal to 2, and we are getting an input from the user, and we are converting it into its binary form, else we are printing no such value. So let us see the output. So here first option, that is binary to decimal conversion. So here this particular number's equivalent decimal is 7, that is the length we are doing the calculation is multiplying the 2 to the power of length of the number minus 1 to the number given, and this been added to a variable. Likewise, you will get 7.